Hi, Cliff Sewell, Magical Mindset Podcast. Just wanted to give you a bit of a headline is that on the podcast, we're going to have lots of exciting guests, and that's going to be coming to you on a weekly basis, but also on a very regular basis. It's going to be quite a lot of content of just me sat chatting to you, both in the studio, both out and about. Why am I doing that? Because achievement and mindset is consistency. It's every day. I want to just share my everyday thoughts, my ups, my downs, how I've learned, how I still learn, how I'm still moving forward. And I genuinely hope by sharing that content on a daily, weekly basis, you'll see the real Cliff Sewell, not just a guy in a studio with guests, but somebody who's living a life, who's taught himself that magical mindset. And I'm hoping just by those little snippets of bit of information, those individual podcasts, I'll be able to give you that bit of advice, that bit of inspiration, that bit of help for you to go and create your own magical mindset. Hi, Cliff Sewell, Magical Mindset Podcast. I hope you are well. The secret. It's not a secret. I'm not keeping a secret from you. What I'm going to talk about today is the law of attraction. But one thing I'd start with, there is a book out there and a film out called The Secret. The book has sold over 35 million copies, and the film has been viewed many, many millions of times. And it's all about the law of attraction. Now, I know there is an immediate response to that is, oh, it's woo-woo world, it's dangerous, it's all those things. If you Google The Secret, there is actually one of the questions below, is The Secret dangerous? And it's all about, is the law of attraction dangerous? So I wanted to spend a little bit of time trying to demystify what I believe the law of attraction is about and why I don't believe The Secret is dangerous. If somebody said to me, should I read The Secret, the book The Secret? Absolutely. I would say, no doubt, there'd be no question in my mind, I think you should read that book. If somebody said to me, should I read that book? I go, if you had a choice of watching mainstream media news or criticism on the internet or some drama program on the TV or read The Secret, I would go, read The Secret every single time. You have to read it within the right mindset that I'm going to try and explain now, but I think it's a wonderful book. I think it's an enlightening book. And I think it's a wonderful platform of which you can start your own journey. So let's try and demystify a little bit for you the woo-woo world of the law of attraction. So we'll put it into the real world. The law of attraction, the best way of explaining it is how you think. What you think about, and therefore what both your conscious and your subconscious mind tells you. Think about where you are today, the position you are in today, whether you can think relationship, you can think work, you can think financial, you can think health, all those key parts of your foundations of life. Take a moment to think about where you are right now. Now, these are the hard facts about the law of attraction. This is why people will criticize it, because they don't like the facts. Where you are right now is what you have attracted. You have attracted your position in your life right now. Whoa, I hear you scream. What about this thing that happened over there? What about that thing over there? Yes, the outside world will continue on. Bad things will happen, so will good things. But it's how you deal with it is then what you then attract from that. So we will think of something very, very simple like the word lack. I have no money. I have a shit job. I have a poor relationship. I have bad health. 4 things that you can think about. And what you do, you then constantly think of them in that form. You think, so we'll use finance, we'll use money. And I can tell you this isn't just textbook, this isn't me reading The Secret. I had no money as a child, I made a load of money, I lost a load of money, I ended up with a load of debt, which I'm still dealing with today. However, I don't think about lack, because thinking about lack, do you know what that will do? Like it or not, will just attract more lack. What you focus on, the universe, oh, woo-woo, yes, the universe will deliver to you. If you constantly think about lack of finance, lack of money, that's where all your energy is going. If you really think about it, if you spend all day today thinking, well, that's all right, Cliff, in your woo-woo world on your podcast, I've got no money, and so I can't do anything about it. So you're going to spend all day thinking about having no money. You can think all day thinking about, I have a poor relationship. You can think all day, I've got a shit job. You can think all day, I'm in a really, really bad, unhealthy, unhappy, toxic relationship. Now, you can think about that. Now, I'm going to repeat myself. Therefore, you are going to keep attracting those results. The law of attraction and the woo-woo world, it's a modern day world of saying, it's like running into a brick wall every day and expecting a door to appear. It won't. Banging your head against the wall and expecting it to get better. Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting to get different results. The law of attraction is almost a different way of looking at it and going, okay, we accept where you might be right now might not be super special. Okay, let's just accept that. We get that. I get that. You get that. The Secret talks about then manifesting the word, we'll talk about that in a moment, about them going, okay, let's not make that our key focus. So if you have lack of funds, lack of finance, try this for 2 minutes. Try and think about how you would feel, emotion, heart, not head, emotion, heart, how you would feel if that wasn't the case. If you could spend 2 minutes, try it. This is about the law of attraction. Try 2 minutes thinking about removing all those fears of debt, removing all those fears of the bills, removing all those fears I can't afford. Take 2 minutes to think about what would it be like if that was the case. And what you're doing there, you are two things. You are creating a new message to your subconscious brain, and you are also then learning a different thing. You are learning an emotion. If you think about all the super things that have happened to you in your life, it could be meeting a person for the first time who then ends up being your partner. It could be that moment when you got offered a new job. You may be a sports fan, and it may be your team that just won a major game, got promoted or something like that. It's not the event that you really remember. Do you know what you really remember is the emotion, the feeling in here, not in here, in here. Those vibrations inside you, the hairs on the back of your neck stand up and you just feel different. When you think of those magical, wonderful moments, you find it almost difficult not to smile, not to just change that expression on your face, even though you may say to yourself, this isn't true, I've got no money. Just for 2 minutes, do it. Don't try. It won't happen overnight. The law of attraction does need, the secret, I would go back to, maybe does need a little bit of criticism because it doesn't really give you the processes such as I need. It doesn't happen in one go. You cannot sit there one day and go, okay, I'm going to listen to what Cliff says. I've got a load of debt. I'm going to spend 2 minutes now thinking about having no debt. And then 5 minutes later, I'm going to have no debt. That is just ridiculous. And I think that's where the woo-woo world goes wrong. But what you have to accept, if having enough finances to be able to live freely is what you really want, you can't just say it, you can't just write it down, because you're going to have to do things that are going to be quite hard along the way. And the way to do that, to keep you going and to keep that motivation and to keep that spiritual belief in keeping going, you have to create a feeling, an emotion. So if you can work over 1 day, 2 days, 10 days, 30 days, doing these 2-minute exercises of thinking about what it would be like to have better health, to have a better relationship, to have more money, to have a better job. Start creating the emotion inside your body that then your subconscious can go, okay, this is a nice emotion. This is a positive emotion. I like the feeling of this. It does sound woo-woo. Really, really sorry. It works. You can say it's woo-woo if you want. You can say it's nonsense if you want. That's your call. That's okay. I don't mind. But what I can tell you, the people I work with, and I work with some elite level people, sports people, business people, they do this all day, every day. Really, they do. They don't visualize the result of the game last week. They accept it, they acknowledge it, but then they re-visualize the result of the next game. And they create an emotion inside themselves that then gives them the energy, the vibration, the belief, the motivation, and all those words to find a way of making it better. You are where you are because of your thoughts and your actions. Yes, repeat, I know the world can be cruel sometimes, but it can. I know some people who have had horrendous things happen to them, but they are spiritually and emotionally very positive now because they've taken that thing, they've put it in a box and they've gone, that's what it is. But then they've visualized, created an emotion about how they're going to make something good out of it. It doesn't stop what was bad happening, but it gives them the ability and that emotion, that feeling to be able to keep going, to move forwards, to create better things. I know people like me who've been in horrendous debt. And if you looked at it, you go, I have no idea how you get out of that. I didn't get out of it by just reading The Secret and going, no, I'm going to manifest lots of money. But what I had to do was create an emotion inside me that would give me belief within the minute I woke up and then would keep me going through the day. And while you've got that positive, emotive belief system inside you, guess what? It says the universe will bring things to you. I think that's probably a little bit too woo-woo. But what it does, and to try and explain it in real simple terms, if you've got that positive emotion, if you've got that realization, that emotion inside you, as you move forwards and you're looking for a way to move forwards, to create a better relationship, to create a better job, because you've got the right vision and you're not just focused over there on negativity, you've got the right vision. An opportunity or something comes across your eyes and you go, aha, I'm going to execute on that. I'm going to deliver on. Yes, I'm going to do that phone call. Yes, I'm going to take that action. If you are wrapped up in a whole world of negativity and doubt and believing it will never change, that's how you're going to act every day. That's the habits you're going to create. If you just remove those boundaries, look at the law of attraction and go, right, I'm now going to try and attract some positive things to me. I'm going to go with faith. I'm going to go with belief. I'm going to go a little bit spiritual here. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, listen, I'm all in this. I'm all in on this. But what happens is that it doesn't come at you. Nobody just gifts you a Ferrari or the best job in the world. But what it does, there are so many opportunities out there to create better things in your life all day, every day. Whether you like it or not, they are. I know people who find opportunities every day, and I know people in the same sector who find no opportunities. Exactly the same skill set, look the same, sound the same, do the same thing. But one achieves, one doesn't. Why? Because this one over here believes and have got such an open mind of attraction, they see an opportunity and go, I'm going to action that. I'm going to do that phone call. I'm going to send that email. I'm going to do that text. I'm going to tell my partner, yeah, they did mad. Yeah, do you know what? I do love you. And it's hard sometimes, but they just do it. And all of a sudden, they'll make that phone call, and then that'll lead into another phone call, and then a deal comes. And the guy over here goes, well, you got lucky. No, I didn't. I created an opportunity because I had the right mindset and the right belief level of creating an attraction or creating that world of The Secret, and things started happening. They didn't just happen. I created a subconscious and an emotive feeling inside me to open my eyes, to open my thoughts, to open my mind, to create something, and then I grasped it. So when you've got the right mindset and those opportunities come up, what you've got to do is you've got to learn to grasp it. Grasp that opportunity. You don't know where it's going to take you. You'll have the right mindset. You'll have the belief. You'll have that emotive feeling inside you. And guess what? Things will start coming towards you. That's the law of attraction. It's not woo-woo. There is woo-woo in there if you want it. There is spirituality, but there's also some science. Grasp the opportunities, execute, and wait for the results. That's Cliff Sewell, The Magical Mindset. Thanks very much. Thank you for listening to the Magical Mindset podcast. Please subscribe, leave a review, share around your network. I'm Cliff Sewell. See you next time.